Thomas. Turn pain into purpose. Turn pain into purpose. Shaneice Miller Thomas. Woo!
Thank you, Contest Master. Robert! Robert! Shaneice is behind the car! That's what my cousins were yelling as my cousin Robert was about to back out of the driveway. Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, honored guest, sit back while I take you back to the 1900s. When I was 5 years old. Oh boy. I was sitting in my driveway, playing in the dirt. My cousins were in the front yard, playing football. My other cousin was getting ready to leave. He started his car. He put it in reverse. I was sitting behind his car. And as the car started to slowly reverse towards me, I could see this chrome bumper coming toward me. And I just laid back. I just happened to be right in the center of the car, between the wheels. And everything went silent. And I remember looking up like, wow, this is what a car looks like underneath. Everything was just silent, and then all of a sudden, things got really loud, and everything was ramping up, and people were yelling and screaming, and somebody pulled me out from under the car. And my mom, she looked me over. Not a bump, not a bruise, not a scratch, no damage. I believe as I look back on that day that God had a plan and a purpose for my life. I think that there were angels that gently laid me down and stayed with me and helped me to be calm. And I would go through a series of events in my life that would prove that I was indestructible. On another day, my sister and I, we were riding bikes and we were coming down a bike trail. And as we're coming down the bike trail, we're going fast. We're flying down this bike trail. And there's this huge tree branch that had fallen down, was covering the entire bike path. There was no way around it. I hit the branch, fell off my bike, landed on my back, and my sister's coming in behind me. And she's yelling, "I can't stop!" And she runs over my stomach. But no damage. Over the years, I would be hit by a go-kart, shot by a BB gun, and used by my brother to practice his wrestling moves. I was even told that when I was a baby, he put me in the dryer. But no damage. But I would experience some other events in my life that would also leave no visible scars. Childhood trauma. Childhood trauma would leave internal scars and wounds on my self-esteem, my self-worth, my soul. And I learned about this from an organization called Tower of Hope Ministries, where they use research knowledge and faith-based strategies. And I didn't realize that childhood trauma would have an impact on my brain. It would have an impact on my ability to process information. I didn't know that. And we learned this through a study called ACEs, the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. And with this study, there are 10 categories of household dysfunction from ages 0 through 18. Some of those things include like physical and sexual abuse, neglect, and substance abuse in the home. Of those 10 categories, I would score 7. At the age of 5, I would be run over by a car. It would also be the age that I would first experience sexual abuse. But I don't want you to feel sorry for me. In Tower of Hope, we have a saying, I'm not here to leave you with my pain. I'm here to leave you with my gain. But see, I didn't just survive. I overcame those things that I survived. And with that survival, I want you to know that you might be sitting here with some invisible scars, some invisible wounds, things that you've never told anyone about, things that no one knows. But you're still here. You're still alive. There's a plan, there's a purpose for your life. I want you to know that. And the way you can take your pain and turn it into purpose is with these 3 letters, A, C, T. A, acknowledge the pain, but don't let it define you. You are not what happened to you. C, this is what I did. Carry that pain to the cross of Jesus and ask him to show you how to heal it and how to forgive those people that hurt you. T, tell your story. You have a story to tell. Tell people what you've gained, not just about your pain. Tell them what you learned, how you were able to get through those things. I want you to know that you survived. But survival is not the place where you want to land. You want to overcome what you survived. So I want you to take your hands, place them on your heart, and repeat after me. My pain is my superpower. And I have a purpose.
And I have a purpose.
Madam Contest Master.